Let's talk about 8 secret motorcycle laws no one knows about. You ever get pulled over because your ape hangers are 2 inches too tall, like your arms are a threat to society, or hit with a DUI while parked? Yes, while parked. Just vibing on your bike with the keys in. Yes. Welcome to the twilight zone of motorcycle laws. These rules ain't about safety, they're booby traps hidden in the system, just waiting to catch riders slipping. Today, I'm showing you 8 motorcycle laws so dumb you'll think I made them up, but every single one could wreck your ride, your license, and your whole freedom on 2 wheels. Let's get into it.
We run the night, we run the night, run.
Number 1, no helmet. You might be legal until you're not. All right, let's start with the helmet law, because this one got riders all over the country thinking they're free until they get slapped with a fine, or worse, their brains scramble like eggs on a Florida highway. Now, depending on where you live, you might be allowed to ride without a helmet. Florida, Michigan, Connecticut, Iowa, Illinois, New Hampshire. Some of these states only let you ride without a helmet if you meet certain conditions. And I ain't talking about vibes and good intentions. In Florida, you need at least $10,000 in medical insurance, and you have to be over 21. In Michigan, it's $20,000 minimum and over 21. In Kentucky, they'll allow it, but only if you've had your license for over a year. You miss one of those details, and congratulations, you are illegal. Even if you're in a helmet optional state, if you can't prove your insurance on the spot, you're done. Some states require you to carry proof of insurance specifically for riding without a helmet. Now imagine this, you're out riding, clean weather, no helmet, feeling good. Cop pulls you over, you show your insurance card, he says, "This is for your car." You say, "Yeah, but I got full coverage." He says, "Not for this, helmet ticket." And boom, $100 fine, $250, whatever number they add, and then they throw a 0 on it, sometimes more. And then here comes court, and it's half a rent check. And God forbid you crash, because the moment your blood hits the pavement and a lawyer gets involved, they will say, well, he wasn't wearing a helmet. Maybe it was his fault. Even if you got hit from a texting soccer mom in a Range Rover, they will try to paint you like you were asking for it. What's your stance on helmet or no helmet? Is it about freedom or safety? I'm a no helmet guy where I live, but it's because I ride a certain way. What do you think? Number 2, DUI while parked. Yes, they still arrest you. Let's say it's been a long ride. You pull up outside a bar, shut the engine off, grab a drink with your crew. You're smart. You're not trying to ride drunk. You're letting the time pass. You're just chilling on your parked bike. Keys still in the ignition. Maybe vibing to some music, or maybe waiting for a food order to come in. You didn't twist the throttle. You didn't roll an inch. You literally just posted up off the road. Guess what? They could still give you a DUI. Welcome to the clown show. This is American motorcycle law. In states like California, Indiana, Colorado, and even Pennsylvania, if you're sitting on a bike, engine off, not even moving, but you have the keys in the ignition, the law sees it as being in control of a motor vehicle, and that is enough for a DUI charge. Let's say your bike's on private property. Some states still don't care. You could be sitting on your bike in a parking lot behind a bar, still a DUI. Why? Because you're in a position to operate a vehicle. That's how they word it. You're basically being charged for a crime you might commit. Minority Report with leather vests. They will write it up like subject was sitting upright, hands near the controls, keys inserted. They won't mention you were just trying to sober up, maybe call an Uber, maybe just stargazing while you're drunk and sentimental, or texting your ex, and next thing you know, cuffs. Meanwhile, the guy doing lines in a Tesla at 80 gets a warning. What should you do instead? Here's how you avoid getting caught up in this nonsense. Uber. Use it if you're in that type of situation where you're drunk. Do not sit on your bike, period. Number 3, GoPro on your helmet. That's illegal in some states. No, seriously, this one is for all the content creators. You got a GoPro mounted on your helmet, catching the twisties, lane splits, and one time a squirrel tried to kamikaze across the freeway. Cool footage, great angles, looks clean. Too bad that little plastic mount could make your helmet illegal in the eyes of the law. In states like California, New York, and Oregon, attaching something to your helmet, including a camera, a phone mount, or even those Mohawk stickers, is technically considered modifying a safety device. Now, people do it. I'm from New York. People do it all the time. But technically, if they want to be a dick, like if a cop wants to be a dick, they could give you a violation. So that viral clip that you were about to post might just be Exhibit A in a lawsuit where they blame you for your own injuries. Now, what you could do instead, if you want to play it super safe, some riders mount the GoPro on the chin bar or chest. Use body harnesses, safer, less legally risky. Others tuck it inside the helmet, peeking through the visor gap. And if you do mount it on your lid, make sure it's removable and doesn't involve any drilling or adhesives that permanently change the structure of the helmet. Real quick, if you enjoy MC Culture content, smash the like and the subscribe button. And give me a pound wherever you're from. And get your Ghostavelli mask, shades, Demons Row snapbacks in all colors, tank tops, crew necks, track races. We got it all. And you can get it on www.demonsrow.com. Let's get back into it. Number 4, ape hangers can get you pulled over. Yes, your bars are a crime. You dropped a couple grand on a new set of ape hangers. Chrome shining, arms in the wind, feeling like the ghost of Peter Fonda just blessed your ride, or so's the ghost, and then some cop pulls behind you, lights flashing, and says, "Sir, your handlebars are too high." In a lot of states, your ape hangers can be illegal if they rise behind a certain height, usually shoulder length. And we're not talking about drag bars on stilts. I mean stuff that barely clears your shoulders. In most states, the law says your grips can't be higher than your shoulders when you're seated on a bike. Some say 15 inches above the seat. Others say shoulder height, as determined by, get this, the cop's opinion. So let's just take a moment to appreciate the stupidity. You could pass an inspection with those bars, ride for years, then one day you get pulled over by some highway patrolman who's 5'2" on a good day, and he decides you're violating the handlebar height. No tape measure, no science, just vibes and citations. You know what's more dangerous than ape hangers? Distracted drivers, loose gravel, the DMV. But somehow, having your arms raised like you're praising the Lord on 2 wheels is a threat to public safety. Number 5, earbuds in both ears. That's the ticket, my guy. You hop on the bike, hit play on your playlist, Pac, Slayer, maybe a little Nipsey or some outlaw country, depending on your vibe. You're cruising, zoned in, wind in your face, music in both ears, life is perfect, and then lights in your mirror, a cop pulling you over, not for speeding, not for reckless riding, but just because you had the audacity to enjoy music with both ears covered. In states like California, Maryland, Colorado, and New York, you get the running theme here, right? Democrat Party, it's illegal to ride with earbuds or headphones in both ear. 1 ear, that's okay. 2, that's apparently too much fun and also technically unsafe. Why? Because the law says you need to be able to hear the surrounding traffic, emergency sirens, and other environmental noises. Meanwhile, half the population drives around with the windows up, bass shaking the chassis, eating Chipotle with one knee, and no one says a word. But you, the biker listening to a podcast in your helmet, hopefully Demons Row, you're the public menace. Let's be honest, some of y'all are wearing full face helmets with Bluetooth comm systems that play music just like earbuds. It's the same exact thing, different hardware. But since it's built in, it flies under the radar. Number 6, lane splitting is legal, but only in California. Anywhere else, you're rolling the dice. We've all seen it. Traffic backed up, cages sitting there, stewing in their own sweat and Spotify ads, while bike slices right between the lanes. Cool, calm, and unbothered. That, my friends, is the art of lane splitting. And in California, it's not just accepted, it's legal. Outside of California, lane splitting is technically illegal in almost every other state. Yeah, Texas, Florida, Arizona, you might see riders doing it, but don't get it twisted. They're just taking the risk. There's no state law protecting once you start threading needles between cars in a traffic jam. What do you think about lane splitting? Does it make sense? It reduces traffic, it prevents bikes from overheating and bumper-to-bumper heat, keeps us from being rear-ended by distracted boomers scrolling on Facebook at 2 miles per hour, but also everybody's not built to ride in between cars, so maybe they use bad judgment, but I think it should be legal to do it in all states. What do you think about that? Some states like Utah allow a version of it called lane filtering, but it's super restricted. You can only do it when traffic is at a complete stop and only under 45 miles per hour. In Hawaii, they don't allow lane splitting, but they've built motorcycle-only shoulders on some highways to let bikers bypass traffic. I think that's a very good idea. Number 7, eye protection required. Even if you got a windshield the size of a billboard, let's paint the scene. You've got a big touring bike, faring like a tank, windshield so high it could block a hurricane. You're thinking, I'm good. Wind in the hair, bugs can't touch you. Wrong. In states like New Jersey, Hawaii, Nebraska, and Pennsylvania, the law says you still need goggles, glasses, or face protection, even if your bike's got a windshield tail long enough to deflect incoming missiles. Why? Because apparently a windshield doesn't count as eye protection under the law. I don't know how people ride without shades. My eyes can't take it. Here's what the laws are trying to say. A windshield protects your chest, maybe your face, but it doesn't seal your eyes. So if a rogue bug, rock, or a chunk of someone's retreaded tire hits you in the eyeball, you are done. Finish him. Let me know in the comments if you've ever took a rock to the face. Some of those rocks could be devastating, bro. Number 8, passenger foot pegs required. Even if you ride solo, you're riding alone, just you, your machine, and the road. No passenger, no backrest, no extra weight. Just clean lines and freedom, and then bam, you get pulled over. License and registration, and hey, where are your passenger foot pegs? It makes no sense. You don't have a passenger. Why do you need passenger pegs? Wrong again, rebel. In states like Arizona, Michigan, and a few others, the law says if your bike has a passenger seat, it must also have passenger foot pegs. Even if nobody's riding with you, even if nobody has ever ridden with you, it doesn't matter that you stripped the pegs for a bobber look. It doesn't matter that your last passenger was a ghost or your ex-girlfriend back in 2017. If the bike has a second seat, they expect you to have the full passenger setup. No pegs, that's a ticket. Let me know in the comments what you think about these motorcycle laws. A lot of them don't make sense. Some of them do make sense. And thank you for tuning in to Demons Road TV, the holy grail of MC culture. Like, subscribe, and comment. And oh yeah, we ghosting, baby.